Hey everybody, my name's Kyle and welcome to the Event Chase training webinar. If you're watching this training webinar, first thing that I'd like you to do is make sure that you have viewed the ThruTalk Dialer training video. If you haven't viewed the ThruTalk Dialer training video yet, please exit this video and make sure and watch the ThruTalk training video. It covers the operation of the dialer. This video will specifically relate to the script that we'll be using for the Event Chase calling assignment. So I'm going to do a very quick walkthrough on this script, give you a little bit of information about it, who we're calling, why, what our goals are, and the exact kind of operation of the script. So let's get started. This is the Event Chase script, and our goal today is to convert hosts who have an event posted that is a TBD address, to convert them from a TBD address to a completed event form. We want them to get their address, their venue address filled out on the form. So they'll need to go in and edit their event. In order to do that, obviously they need to have a venue though. They need to have a place to host their event before adding an address. So let's run through this. The first thing you're gonna do is make sure that you're talking to the correct person. We'll then, prompt them and let them know that, we notice that their event still doesn't have a location locked in. There's three options here. Some folks are just straight away gonna say, look, I've tried to find a venue, I can't find one, I need to delete my event. That will put them through a workflow that will essentially end the call and ask them to join an event near them. Some folks will say, yes, I know where I'm going to host. In this instance, we're going to go through the workflow. No, I don't know where I'll host yet. We'll say that's all right. An important note, we need to be recruiting for these events. And if there is no address, then we have a little bit harder time doing that. Folks are a little bit more apprehensive to do so. To RSVP for an event that doesn't have an address. So by Thursday, if they don't have an address on their event, we are probably going to have to delete the event. So we ask, do you think you'll be able to find an event location in the next 24 hours? In this case, we're going to say, no, I need help finding a location. That's okay. That's understandable. It's really important to secure an event location as soon as possible. Have you been thinking about that? Do you have a place in mind, or would it be helpful to brainstorm? Great, let's brainstorm. Let's talk about some places you can host an event. Have you reached out to any locations? Listen for a response. Got it. Most of our events hold their events at bars, coffee shops, libraries, etc. Listen for a response. If you need more venue ideas, we do have a special event venue guide. It's very, very brief, but it does have some helpful tips on there. We then ask, will you be able to lock in your event location in the next 24 hours. And again, we affirm that if your event has an address, people are much more likely to RSVP. So in this case, we're going to say, yes, this is helpful. Awesome. Thanks so much. Do you know how to edit your event? Lays out how to edit the event. If you can't find the email, they can manage their event or get to the page where they manage their event via the map.berniesanders.com. Great. So now they know how to edit their event and add an address. Perfect. Looks like you're all set. Remember, if you have any questions about your event, be sure to join us on Slack. And thanks for all you do. And have a great day. And that'll wrap up the call. Important note, make sure that you do not hang up your phone when you end the call, as the ThruTalk Dialer training video outlined. We don't want to hang up. We want to make sure and click the end call box on the left-hand side and enter the correct call results so you can move on to your next call. So that is a brief overview of the script. I'd actually like to go through a couple more options in this script, so we'll take it from the top. Let's go ahead and start from the beginning. And in this case, we're going to say, do we know where you'll host your event yet? No. And in this case, we're going to say, no, I need help finding a location. And we're going to say, let's brainstorm. And in this instance, they're going to say, you know, I still need more advice after walking through kind of some brainstorming with them, trying to troubleshoot. If they still can't quite figure it out, we're going to go ahead and click, I still need more advice. And in this instance, and in this case, we're going to be sent to a field or box that says, you know, I totally get it. I appreciate you trying to find a venue. We're essentially letting them down easy here with the conclusion that they're probably not going to be able to host this event if they still can't quite secure a location. After having a brainstorming conversation and they just don't have a clear answer, it's probably pretty apparent that they're not going to be able to do this. So essentially, we let them down easy and ask them to, if they decide not to host and they can't secure a venue by Thursday, you know, they're probably going to need to delete their event. We also ask them to attend an event near them by visiting the map. So just wanted to run through a few different options with you. These calls, you know, some folks just aren't going to be able to pull it off, and that's okay, right? That is okay. We have a lot of events on the map, but a lot of them are TBD, and you know, sometimes folks just bit off a little bit more than they could chew. So that's okay. We'll let them down gently. They also, like I said, they have till Thursday to secure a venue. So the hope is that they can do that, but if they don't think they can, it's best to just let them down gently, like I said. So in any case, thank you so much for making these calls. These calls are super important. We want to make sure every event on the map has an address, and this will help convert those folks who need a little bit of an extra nudge. So thanks so much for making these calls. And if you have any questions, please find me in Slack. I'm always happy to help. Thanks so much.